again, y'all. Saturday morning, July 8th, 2017. In this job here, I got a sewer injector pump down inside a daycare facility that's keeps running. And I recently put the pump in over there, so it must be all full of sludge in the bottom of the tank. So I'm gonna go there and take the cover off and run the pump and flush it with a hose to try to loosen some of that sludge up. So I was there yesterday. I went over there and I took the cover off and I kind of, moved around where the float was and with a piece of pipe. I thought that was going to take care of it, but obviously it's happening again. So there must be a lot of sludge in the bottom of that tank, and it's going to have to be flushed out. So I think if I go there with a hose and run the pump down low and keep flushing it with the hose and maybe loosen some of that sludge up. Either that or I'm going to have to lift the pump up a little bit, but I'm thinking I'm going to do it with the hose and try to flush it. So I'll try to get you some shots when I get there. She said she put a plate in the alarm because it was going off. She called me last night before she left. So I'm going back. Slop sink right there, so I should be able to hook a hose up to it. Give it a good douche, mama. Give it a good douche. Probably all full of sludge and whatnot in the bottom of that tank, I'm sure. Who knows? But I'll get you some shots when I get there. She's a proud master HVAC technician, y'all. That's the alarm. They put a paper plate so it's not ringing. Good idea. They unplugged the pump. Okay. So I'm gonna have to pull that cover. I'll pull that vent off. Then I can pull the cover up and spin it. And I can get access to the pit, and the pump will be connected. There's only a couple of bolts holding that cover on there. Here's that piece of plastic that I was using yesterday to get down in there and kind of rinse it. But obviously there's other issues going on with it. I've got a sink right here. I can hook a hose right to that and just spray it. Get it pumping low and see if I could flush some of that muck out of the bottom, I'm thinking. First thing I'll do is I'll take all this stuff off here and get it prepped. Loosen up these cords. I'm going to have to retape them after. Not a big deal. I'm going to get the vent out of the way. And this way we can take the cover off and access the pump. I got more tape. I'm not worried about the tape. I'll take it back up after we're done. Hopefully I'm not getting blinded by the light. Blinded by the light. There's only a couple of screws, and what I'll do is I'll pick this up and spin it out of the way so I have access. This isn't like a commercial building, so They're not here today. Oh, there's the alarm's way up there like that. Look how high that flipping alarm is. See the alarm there? That don't seem right. I did put that elbow on when I was here. I might have to do something with that. Let's plug in the pump and see what happens. See the alarm? See if it pumps down. We'll plug in the pump. It's hooked up. I just removed the vent, so. What's that piece of plastic there? That's unbelievable. Oh, would you wear gloves? I never figured out. You can see the alarm here. Why it's high, I'm not sure. I might have to redo that. Let's see if it stops. We'll hit it with the hose. Probably a bunch of muck down in there. Flushing roll, mama. Nasty. Could just all be full of sludge under there. I don't know. The main drain's blocked. Probably going to take that 4-inch elbow out of there. Don't seem to be doing much good. Sounds like it's got a bunch of rocks in there or something. Not sounding good, Mama. Not sounding good. Have a broken check valve too. That 2-inch check valve might be a problem. It don't seem to be pumping. We might have a bad check valve. I might have a bad check valve here. I'm not sure. Not sounding good, is it? What I might have to do is raise the pump up a little bit. There it goes. I had to shut it off. It might be earbound. I don't know. It sounds like it's pumping rocks down in here. There's a little hole I drilled in the side of that PVC. If that gets blocked, it gets earbound. It won't pump. Shutting it off. I'm plugging it back in. It's pumping now. Tip I got some wire here. I could make a hook on that thing if I wanted to open it, keep it running. Keep it running for me. A little piece of wire. I can give it a good. Flusheroo, mama. I gotta take that elbow out of there. You can see that vent through there. There's all muck in the bottom of that pump, you know, and you gotta flush it. Could be a flipping rag in there or something, you know. Looks like something's down in there. But yeah, it's a flipping rag. What you want got? See if I can hook it. Oh, that's just toilet paper. See if I can go fishing, y'all. See if I can go fishing, y'all. Oh man, look at this good rag. That's a keeper, mama. That's a keeper. That's a rag. That'd do it. That rag in the bottom of that block it right up. She's a keeper, mama. There's a flipping rag down in there. That's a flipping rag. That's a baby wipe. Yeah, it's a baby wipe. That won't pump. That'll block it up. Shit, man. I'm gonna take that elbow out of there. That 4-inch elbow, because it seems like that thing might be fetching up. That's it. Take that 4-inch elbow out of there. If I can reach down in there and grab it without losing it. I'm thinking I want it off. Just gonna be one less thing to give us problems, you know? Alright. Don't fall in the pit, man. Don't do it. Alright, I'm thinking it's pretty clean now. I give it a good, we'll fill it up some more. Try that out. There was a flipping rag in there. I gave it a good flush. Sometimes it gets sludge in the bottom of that thing too, you know. What's going to happen is as they use the bathrooms down here and stuff, it's going to fill this pit up. And there was a rag in there. That's why it was baby wipes. That blocked that pump up for sure. Flipping baby wipes. Alright, it's clean. It's as clean as it's going to get. I'm going to leave it like that. That's what the problem was. There was a baby wipe in there blocking it. Let me get it back together and we'll see what happens. Alright, so we'll put this baby back together here. And give it a good flush. Put it back together and hope for the best. Put the vent back together and then we'll tie up the couple of screws loose in there, Mama. Get a couple of screws loose, Mama. Oh man, oh yeah, next level. Next level, y'all. Sometimes these things will stink. This one doesn't smell bad. They must use a lot of water down here, so it's not so bad. I'm gonna put the vent back. Well, it's not my fault that there was a baby wipe in there. Not my fault. And what's good about this is we gotta take it apart, you know, we just unclamp it and do our thing. I'll tape up the cords coming up to this line with some tape, and we'll be ready to rock and roll. Baby wipes. It's like a rag, you know, and that thing ain't gonna deteriorate with water. Should never throw baby wipes down a drain. Never. Why would you wear gloves? I could never figure it out. Never figure out why someone would wear gloves. Nope. Never figure it out. figure out why somebody would wear gloves. The alarm in the pump. So you just tie it up and get it out of the way and it'll be alright. Because we'll have to work on this thing again, I'm sure. Alright, she's ready to rock and roll. She's back in operation. I run the sink. This will drain down in the pit. We'll get at the pump one more time before I go, but we're plugged in there. There's the alarm. I did pull the paper plate out of the alarm. Here it goes. Here we go. I'll call the director and let him know what I found, but that's what it was. It was a baby wipe.